Hi everyone, it's Miss Smith from Lamar Elementary. I hope everyone's doing well and I'm so glad that you joined me here today. I'm excited about the experiment that we're going to get to do. So yesterday we talked about the plant life cycle and how a plant goes all the way from a seed into a full-grown plant. Today we are going to do a little bit of an experiment with that. So first what we need to do is we need to talk about what a scientist does. What are some characteristics of a scientist? And actually, first graders and scientists have a lot in common. The number one thing that scientists are, they're very curious people. They ask a lot of questions, they wonder about things, and so do first graders. So you guys have that, you're already scientists. So number one is they ask questions. They're always thinking, what would happen if I did this, or if I changed the way that that computer worked, or whatever it is. They're always wondering what would happen, okay? So the next thing that a scientist has to do is they have to predict. They ask those questions and then they think, I think what would happen if I planted a seed in the dirt and then I planted a seed in the sand. I think that the one that grew in the dirt is going to grow better, for example. But they always ask questions, they make predictions, and they use their brains when they're making their predictions. They always are thinking about what would really make sense. So they do that. Number three, they watch and they measure. Scientists are very, very meticulous people. They like to really make sure that they have everything just exact. And I don't know if that's really exactly like a first grader, but it's like a couple of first graders that I know. So that's interesting. Number four, they have to write those things down. They have to write down, what do I think about this? Or what were the changes that I saw in this seed or this plant from yesterday to today? They're always doing that. And number five is they talk about it. They talk about it with their friends. They talk about it with their co-workers or people that they're working on the project with in your classroom or at your house. That may just be your friends at your table, or it might be your mom or dad right now that you're going to talk to them about those things. But that's something that a scientist does. So the experiment that we're going to do today is just watching a seed grow. So I have here, let me grab them. I have some lima beans, and you can kind of see them in my hand. It's a little bit hard. I'm just going to use one of these, but this would work with almost any kind of seed that you have. So I like the lima bean, but anything that you have at your house will work. So I'm going to need the seeds, and then I'm just going to need a baggie. So what we're going to do is we're going to I'm just going to put one seed in this bag. And then I have a paper towel here that I ran under just a little bit of water. It's not soaking wet. I kind of wrung it all out so that it wasn't dripping. And I'm going to put that paper towel into the bag. And I'm just going to make sure that I can see my lima bean on one side of that paper towel right there. Okay? And then all that I need to do is just zip this up, and you might need mom or dad to help you with this if you have trouble zipping. But I'm gonna zip this up, and then I have a little bit of tape here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tape it to my window. Okay? So I'm gonna stick it right down here, and I'm gonna tape it to this window. That way, let me try to tape it to the window. I'm gonna tape it to the window so that it's getting light, because we know that that's something that a plant needs. And it's getting water from that paper towel. So that's another thing that we know that that plant needs to live. So I'm just gonna leave this here. And I have a notepad. So this is where we said scientists write, right? I'm gonna draw a picture right here of what this seed looks like today. And then I'm gonna come back in just a couple of days and I'm gonna draw another picture of what that seed looks like because it's going to have changed, okay? And then I'm gonna wait maybe 1 or 2 more days and I'm gonna come draw another picture, and that way we can track what this seed looks like, and you will be able to see all of the processes of our plant life cycle. You'll be able to see when the little roots start to come out and all of those things. So I hope that you try this at home. If not, mom or dad can probably find a video on the internet of this happening, and they can just, you can watch it that way too if you can't get to the store for a lima bean. But make sure that you track how it works. So I'm so glad that you guys joined me today, and I hope that you guys are doing great. Thank you.